Desire, wanting, thirst. I want her, I want him, I want that car, I want. All it's saying is I don't have. I'm not content. I don't like my life. I don't like my house. I don't like my dog. I don't like my girl. I don't like my guy. I don't like my life. So I desire a different one. What's cracking YouTube? Jamil here, and today we are going to talk about the corresponding frequency numbers that are associated with specific emotions. Well, take a look at this incredible whiteboard and this list that you can't see right now because I've purposely asked my editors to blur it. But let's start right here. Now, what's interesting is Dr. Hawkins, who quantified the emotional states, the emotional frequencies that we as human beings feel, and he put them on a scale, something that was easy for us to understand and interpret and measure. Right? Now, what I really want to point out here is that the lowest frequency emotions that we as human beings can feel are shame and guilt. Isn't it interesting that most religious institutions were built on two of the lowest frequency emotions that exist in our entire scale here? That shame and guilt were the controllers of humanity for a couple thousand years, and they continue to be. That when we shame and guilt people, and when we feel that shame and guilt, it requires and it creates such a low frequency emotional vibration that actually mirrors and creates a low frequency vibrational life. And of course, it makes total sense, because if I don't want to feel the lowest of low, then why don't I just go pay this middleman his money so that he can finally tell God that I'm worth paying attention to? And that, my friends, is the scam that many of us have been buying for our entire lives. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm through with it. Because these two emotions can right off. Shame and guilt, the reason you feel these things is because you've been sold a lie that you are separate from your creator, a lie that you are separate from other people. It's what makes you feel like they're bad or they're wrong and you're great or you're not. It's why you feel shame and why you feel guilt when you compare yourself to others. Because you put yourself in this idea that someone else is better or farther along than you are right now. And for that, you feel shameful and you feel guilty. Well, I would hope that today we can actually lay those emotions aside, put them to rest, and actually let ourselves elevate from the shame and the guilt that our entire society has been so motivated to make us feel. Right? Moving beyond that, we go into apathy. Now, apathy, if you've ever met somebody who just has given up, they're apathetic on life. Like, how are you doing today?
I don't care.
Right? You know those people, those apathetic people, the ones who really just can't be moved to do anything. They don't care about anything. They don't like anything. They don't dislike anything. They just don't anything. They are dead inside. Like, that is so low that it is almost as bad as guilt and shame. That to have that sense of like, I could care less, is truly one of the lowest frequency emotional states that you can embody, and that will call in one of the lowest frequency lives that you could ever live. If you don't care about your life, why should your life care about you? Makes sense, right? Now, moving on, grief. Grief is definitely a low vibrational emotion, but it's one that we can't escape. As human beings, we feel grief, and we need to move through that grief in order to heal ourselves. And a lot of us bury that grief in numbing, in materialism, or a combination of both. If you find yourself moving and reaching for the bottle or reaching for the debit card so you can buy something online because you feel kind of crappy about life, well, maybe you are hiding from your grief. Maybe it's time for you to actually face the grief head on. And the only way through grief is to actually face it. So grief, a little bit higher than apathy, but still one of the lowest vibrational emotions that you can feel as a human being. Now, fear. Fear is a big one because fear is another lie that we've been sold. Something that we think is scary because it's outside of us. It threatens us, right? These people, that situation, this group, that religion, this political ideology, right? We have fear of it. And they make us fearful of it so that we can feel like we are better from it, or like we can hide behind something to keep us safe from this low vibrational state. And so many people in Our collective lives right now are living in constant fear. That fear of being attacked, fight or flight, releasing cortisol in the body. If you look around outside and just see the number of huge bellies out there, it'll tell you that we have a grief and we have a fear epidemic in this country right now. The cortisol levels in our society are absolutely horrendous, and we can elevate beyond that. Now, desire, wanting, thirst. You know what I'm talking about. Those thirsty feelings you get sometimes, right? I want her, I want him, I want that car, I want. All it's saying is I don't have. I'm not content. I don't like my life. I don't like my house. I don't like my dog. I don't like my girl. I don't like my guy. I don't like my life. So I desire a different one. Well, there's a better way to that. There's embodiment, right? And we can get into that. And I actually teach people that in the Energy of Money Mastermind, and how to take all of these negative emotions, which all of us can feel, and how to transmute them into a new embodiment so that you can live a new life. If you want to learn more about that, there's a link in the description where you can talk to somebody on my team about it, but we'll carry on now. Desire. You ever meet those guys, those men who are just driven by their desire? The only reason why they make money is so that they can get laid more. The only reason why they want to do anything is for sex. Everything they do is governed by the basic emotional drive that we have. Our lowest drive is their highest level of being. You know those types. I know them. Some of them are still in my life, right? Can't get rid of them, Bobby. Just kidding. He's not like that. But you know what I'm talking about, right? The guys, those people who are driven by those really base level emotions. I'm not judging it, but I am calling it out. And if you find that that's what you're acting on in your life, then maybe it's time for you to elevate it, because I know I have. And I'm not proud of it, but I also don't feel shame or guilt as a result. I just do better. Now, as we elevate from fear and desire into anger. Ooh, anger. I was just on a phone call right now that made me angry, right? Somebody was wasting my time. Somebody was yanking my chain. Somebody was getting my goat. I didn't like it, right? Why? Because I got pride. So I got angry because I have pride. And these emotional frequencies are actually pretty low on the scale as well. And they are going to bring more anger and more areas in your life that'll make you overcompensate to keep your little ego in check, to make you feel good so you can feel nice and proud, right? You know what they say, pride comes before the fall. On we go. So, courage, right? Now, maybe you're thinking, man, I thought courage would be like a higher vibrational emotion. Like, it's good to feel courage. It is good to feel courage, but what is that an acknowledgement of? That there's fear too. That something outside of you is still more powerful because you require the courage to face it, the courage to do it. You're not playing an infinite game if you're at risk. How are you connected to the source of all things if something can actually hurt you? Makes sense, right? So it's not that courage is bad, but there is better, right? And so if you are just facing life right now courageously, congratulations. I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you're actually making it out. But know that there are different paths. All right, neutrality. Can you believe neutrality is actually above courage? That one tripped me out a lot. Neutrality is beautiful. Wanting for nothing, needing for nothing, content with all of it. It happens, it doesn't. I'm still good. See, neutral is the way we want to embark on everything in our life. I'm neutral about the success of my day. I'm neutral about the success of my business. I don't need it to survive. I don't need it to feel accomplished. I don't need it to feel whole. Now, when you activate neutrality in your system and you treat the people in your life from a neutral place, you treat the opportunities in your life from a neutral place, it removes that grossness. And you know what I'm talking about. Those people that just constantly are overcompensating, they lay on all the layers, all the thickness of why they're better or why they're the ones or all the things. That thirst is not fun. It's not a good thing to be around. It doesn't feel nice, right? And so when you can really approach things from a neutral place, it's power. It's powerful. Try it out. Try it out today if you can. All right. Willingness. Willingness. That is the intention of, I'm going to try. I'm willing. I'm willing to see beyond. I'm willing to do this. I'm willing. I have within me the desire. I have within me the motivation. I have within me the wherewithal to will myself forward, to will myself into a new path, to will myself into a new frequency. Willingness is beautiful. It is a very beautiful emotional state. Now, are you willing to transform? Knowing that it can be a painful experience. But on the other side of it is everything that you've ever wanted in your life. Are you willing to take that leap? Are you willing to give it a shot? That willingness, it's a pretty powerful place to be. I don't think you'd be watching this far along if you weren't. So pretty cool. Acceptance. Oof, that one hits because life happens. Your current situation is real. Your current frequency is being shown to you by the people, the opportunities, all of the things going on in your life right now. Are you accepting of it? Can you be real with yourself about it? Are you living in delusion? Are you living in lies? See, I've met people who are so flippin' delusional that they truly don't see the damage that they do in the world. They truly don't see the that they spew. They truly don't have an idea of the stench behind them. And there's something blissfully ignorant about that, right? You know who I'm talking about, Jason Wojo. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Those pieces of crap out there that are just so delusional about where they are in the world and their level of importance, Jason Wojo, that they're actually just completely blind to the reality. They're scam artists, or they are hurtful to people, or they are taking advantage of others, Jason Wojo. So that is a truthful thing, right? This acceptance. Can you accept what's going on? Jason, can you accept where you are right now on this level, on this scale? I don't know if he can. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Love you, buddy. Okay, on we go to reason. Where are you in terms of what you can rationalize in your life? Can you meet it with reason? Can you meet it with that place of logic, understanding, to see why people are where they are and not judge them for it? To be able to say, you know what, I see where you're at and I understand why you're at where you're at. And I can reason with that and I can respect it. That is a beautiful place to be because it allows you the opportunity to let all be. Because we're all entitled to our positions, low and high. Can you accept them? Can you reason it out? Love. One of my favorites, because I'm in love right now. I get to feel that just bliss of being super enthralled with Saba, to just like want to be around her, to want to just like do things for her and wake up beside her and all the stuff, all the good things, right? Like I adore this human being. I'm so giddy in love. You can see it in my eyes, right? I glow. People tell me I glow all the time. And that happened once I met this woman. It's amazing. I can tell you that the frequency that I'm in right now is a good reason why my life is going so well, why my business is thriving, why my communities are growing, why my relationship with my sister is beautiful, and why our deals are killing it. Because we feel good, right? Maybe you're in love. Maybe you noticed when you're in love and when you love others that life just feels and seems really good. The best ice cream you've ate, the best burger you've ever had could all be a product of that emotional frequency. Joy. How does joy supersede love? Well, have you ever loved something but not had a lot of joy from it? It's real, right? I was in relationships like that in my life. I loved the people, but it wasn't a joyful experience any longer. It was getting hard. It wasn't nice. It was work. So you can love, but it may not be joyful. And so following your joy in your relationships, in your occupation, in your day-to-day activities, if you follow your joy more often than not, then you will live in alignment at such a high level that the doors you open are going to be gold-plated, that the rooms that you walk into are excited that you're there, and the opportunities that are behind those doors are going to be the opportunities of a lifetime. And I pray that you get to see these every single day. Follow your joy and see where that leads you. It's pretty cool. Peace. It's, I think, what we feel when we pass, right? Imagine that. Just peace. I don't know if you've ever had those moments where you felt just full peace in your life, where you're at peace, where you become it. It's a beautiful feeling. And I've may had 3 or 4 occasions in my life where I can truly say I've touched it, where I felt like I was at peace. How many times do you think you've been able to experience it? And why do we not make this a part of our daily goals, to be at peace with everything in our world? And then finally, enlightenment. When we reach that state of bliss, that ecstasy, that oneness and union with all that is the goal. And for those achieving types like me, it's also something that really you should be good with it or without it, right? Because that neutrality is a product of what can lead to that state. So I am proud of all of you for making it to this part of the video. I think this is a really incredible scale for you to understand. You know, write these out, print this out, and put it in your office, put it in your room, and check yourself. See, where am I right now? Am I in a low vibrational frequency or am I in a high vibrational frequency? And if I'm in a low vibrational frequency, what can I do to change it? Right here is going to be a link to a video, a breathwork session that I recorded with my friend that will absolutely help you change your emotional state. So click on that. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and like this video and leave me a comment. What did you think about this emotional scale and Dr. Hawkins' numeric frequencies? I love you guys. We'll see you in the next one.